One thing I'm really looking forward to in Borderlands 4 is of course the new movement capabilities. We know that the new movement abilities involve dashing, double jump, glide, point grapple and climbing. And the great thing about it is that in Borderlands 4 movement is not just a way to get from point A to B, it's dashing across open fields, double jumping over enemy fire, gliding across big gaps, grappling into the air whilst you're in combat. And I really like that you can now use a dash to be able to reposition yourself or move out the way of enemy fire and all that sort of stuff. It adds a lot of layers to the way you fight now. You know, different movement capabilities is going to be a big game changer in Borderlands 4. You are going to have to utilize these movement options that are available to you to be able to perform the best that you can. I love the idea of ascending the grapple point and then just slamming down on enemies, and just in general just being more mobile. It's a really good thing, I think personally, just to be able to move differently and have those options there. I also love how the grapple isn't just restricted to just movement in combat. Also, you can actually use the grapple hook to grab explosive barrels and other things like that around you to be able to deal more damage. So looking around your environments and using everything you can is going to be a big game changer. I love how that now in Borderlands the combat is evolving and we're not just shooting anymore, we're actually outmaneuvering our enemies. I know Borderlands is about the guns. Being able to use these new movement options to gain an advantage over our enemies and use them strategically really makes the combat more engaging and enjoyable in my opinion, and I can't wait to actually see how it actually feels when we play it. Another thing that looks like a lot of fun is sliding into barrels and then shooting them, making them explode in the enemy's faces. People are actually looking at Borderlands 4 and seeing a lot of similarities to Destiny, which I don't think is a bad thing. Obviously only slight similarities, especially because of how we glide now and stuff, which does remind me of the Warlock and how the Warlock works in Destiny. Of course I was a massive fan of Destiny, not so much Destiny 2, even though I did play it, but I can see where people are getting that from. So overall, Borderlands 4 doesn't just want you to shoot different, it wants you to move different, yeah? And that could be the biggest evolution the series has ever seen, in my opinion. And it is a great step in that direction moving forward. It looks like combat is going to be a lot faster paced. You know, it's now vertical, tactical. Before I end the video, there's one thing I wanted to touch upon that I heard in the state of play, and I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all these new movement types, and you think it's a good thing, a bad thing, just let me know. But basically, in the state of play at one point you hear them say this:
a host of dynamic events, from order patrols to world bosses there's always something to shoot and loot.
Now that is very, very interesting that there is going to be world bosses. We know that it's more seamless and there's no load screens, so it does kind of make sense. And to be honest, I'm quite happy with that news, because of course, as a fan of Destiny, people are probably going to get sick and tired of me referring to that game. I want to know your thoughts on world bosses and them spawning and all that sort of stuff. I think that's pretty fun, you know. I think that's a great idea. Some people might not be happy about that, I don't know. You're going to have to let me know. Of course, they've changed the whole dynamic of the game now and how it works. Just wanted to throw that in there at the end of the video. If you did enjoy, of course, like the video. Appreciate the feedback and comments on the previous video. There are a lot more videos coming from me, so if you do enjoy, like I say, subscribe if you want to, and leave a like and comment on this video your thoughts. I love hearing everybody's opinions, and I will try and reply to you all. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.